I consider Ann Stratman, the NICU nurse who injured Black babies, a terrorist. And you cannot convince me otherwise. When you look up the definition of terrorism, injury or violence against individuals for political, social causes, I consider this one racism and white supremacy. So you will not hear me refer to that individual as anything other than a terrorist. 1. 2, this reminds me of the distinct fear I had in the hospital with both my boys. My second son was not even conscious for his birth. Terribly traumatic delivery. But my oldest, I remember telling my husband as soon as he came out, like, look at his face, look at everything. Back in the day, they used to put nail polish on babies to make sure that they had, like, you couldn't confuse the babies. I remember being exhausted in the hospital. Of course, I just gave birth. And every single time they would ask if I wanted to take him out, to take him in the nursery, I would say absolutely not. My baby will not leave mine or my husband's sight. At one point, they were about to take him out to give him a bath. I said, there's a sink right here. There's a sink right here. You get a tub of water, I'll fill it, and you will bathe him in this room. There is a distinct fear that all Black parents possess when it comes to interacting with any systems, but especially the medical system. And I remember telling my husband, I'm so tired, and it would be amazing if we can get a break, right? He was like, yeah, but we ain't doing it because our baby is Black. Because our baby is Black. And if there's anything that I understand as someone that is a licensed clinical psychologist, mother scientist, I actually research and specialize in Black health and well-being, is the racism and the oppression that is evident in the systems. And not even only in protecting my child, but also in concerns for me. I remember taking him to doctor's appointments, and before I found my actual doctor who I knew and loved, I would be anxious with this fear that people would see, somebody would look at the smallest thing and try to take my baby away from me. And you may think that's absurd, but as someone who also worked in conjunction and also often had to work with patients and families when it came to child protective services, I think people refer to them as DCFS. It's not that strange. It's not. As someone who is not, and it's scary, but I will refer to that woman as nothing other than a terrorist, and you will never convince me otherwise.